Mahama never gave timelines for ending gallamsey. Now one can say Felix Fosu Kwakye aka Salome ono ka bufu sem you say Mahama never gave timelines for ending gallamsey. Just say asem a wakokot tena joy akan amanfo bebre dan bu nefu. Na ni video ne de ebebo pa ebebo amama tie nsem a okai.
President Mahama did not give any timeline to ending gallamsey, and he said it at the media encounter. I think as a follow-up to in answer to your question, that he was not under any illusion that overnight, by the wave of magic wand, gallamsey will end, because it is an insidious problem. You see, the allure of gold is powerful.
You me da ase oba memory if you like comment na and subscribe mami. Na eba no Omampanyi Mahama the first 120 days contract here. I'll say first 120 days social contract omo we ni election eba betena so yi just say ode buy no say number 19 ho no say ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves, roll out our Tree for Life and Blue Water Initiative. Necessary blue water gas and farm rewaning kokorano to heal and sustainably harness the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. And this is here na Kwakye Fosu asama o kan no na chese and before for ena ono so eken na akwa to say bia Yebeka say he lied through his teeth. Sana mekano. Because Akwasi claims that gallamsey has worsened and Mahama must be backed by evidence. Into Salome Kwakye Pachre say ni ekwoso Ghana na ohu ya na. Say awesin say da so gina ho say kwanachi. Mo na mo wa ba mu enti bibi ni a yebebo mo so. Musu na mujijina mu Sami Jemfi ebo moden kwa no koye press conference ewo inso ni bia no nso na ST no no koye press conference ekika nsem bebre ensese oka ekire omampanyi lada nanado na se de maba ban mu awse de ben mama timeline na mu amutimi kan say nanado enye state of emergency na mu de mo ba chese 1 week na gallamsey ni beja afa de mo.
Sometimes I have wondered why people would even put themselves in such a situation. The risk that they take, the pace that they go into that collapse and caving. But the allure of making money quickly through gold is powerful. It is one that takes effort to dissuade people from. So in addition to all these measures to curb gallamsey, there's also the Responsible Community Mining Project, which essentially hands over some disused mines by lawful mining companies to the youth so that they can engage in responsible mining that is monitored, that does not affect the environment, and be able to make money decently, as opposed to going into this dangerous work of gallamsey.
Na aya unse you want some one ma this concrete evidence ba. Go we all know so of course if you near the na mu nyina mo yebi. Videos ba a drip machine MC fo nyina mo de to gallamsey. We all know until Fosu Kwakye ne awo kan de ene bomodin anaka wanutum na wama wo ho aye ehi papa enti aba gallamsey nsensem ya tese mu de mu gu obi so say on fight gallamsey na se edrumu so a na gallamsey no na mi hu se na mo pese moye no na omampanyin Mahama ka say o say we na Wednesday 15th May 2024 say I will use artificial intelligence, that is AI, to fight gallamsey. And no yenten ho hwe. What I say? Enti eyo obi anwan say na eda asem nie. Na o say 1,200 excavators are currently undergoing permitting and tracking processes. Now 1,200 excavators are mode tracking bo ho. Say mode ko fight gallamsey. Odwon wa won ti ase. And I said na musumu ko fight gallamsey na musumu ko to be no. Who got the guts? Because say an ebe dem who say gallamsey when na mode ko tracking we no musumu di ko to be. And am we na mo ko che. Enti no de be ko to be bia na masan ko akoche na chese me dwen ho amenti ase.
So I think that we all need to establish, we need to be clear that even as we take steps to fight it, those who are engaged in it still find reason to go back. But and sometimes when I said that the gallamsey fight has to be an eternal fight, it was taken out of context to mean that we will never win it. But we have to maintain eternal vigilance. That is why, as part of the efforts going forward.
Enti yetra mo pa mamu metu nua wi ni kra. I no say we still have leverage to continue to fight gallamsey without necessarily implementing a state of emergency. Now would you be mra so de mo kan so mo wonetiko.
I don't want peace.
Mo wonetiko.
I want problems always.
Constantly. The previous government came under fierce criticism, and I did not miss any words. I see that you play a certain video of mine. I did not miss any words. Look, they deserved every condemnation that they got, because at a point it became obvious that there was governmental complicity. There were big people within the New Patriotic Party who were engaging in this. In fact, the point man that the president himself appointed, Professor Frimpong Party, produced a report which you discussed on this program extensively in the past. In fact, he is on tape, and he is heard saying clearly that gallamsey had become a major source of funding for the New Patriotic Party. So it was obvious that the government of the day was unwilling, or at least was not as motivated enough to address the problem in the comprehensive manner that it should. So they came under natural condemnation, and I took part. I do not regret that one bit, because they deserved that condemnation. In power, I work with President Mahama, so I know that he does not have any interest in mining, whether legal or illegal. In fact, he has told all of us who are his appointees that we are not even permitted to go into legal or lawful mining, let alone illegal one. That the day he hears that any of us has an interest in any form of mining, he is going to dismiss us summarily that very day. So he has made it very clear. On top of that, he, through the Lands Ministry, the Defense Ministry, the Interior Ministry, and other stakeholders, set up a system to beat back on gallamsey. Initially, there were various teams. The IGP had one. There was one that was led by the military and others, who moved into areas that had been overtaken by gallamsey. Indeed, the assessment shows that there are 288 forest reserves in Ghana. When we came to power, 44 of them had been threatened by gallamsey, but at least 9 of them had been completely taken over by armed gangs who were carrying on this illegal activity. So the immediate course of action was to take back those 9 that had been taken over by these armed gangs and ensure that the 44 that were threatened were protected. As I speak to you, the 9 forest reserves that were taken over by armed gangs have been repossessed by government. But what happens is that the moment you repossess them and you think that things are okay and you leave, the people come back. So the plan now is to ensure that there is permanent presence in the most threatened forest reserves.